is found in the dictionary between the words commotion and community. Many couples have experienced the commotion that has resulted from poor communication. Hopefully, they have also been blessed by the sense of community that develops when there is good communication. The idea of intimacy is at the very heart of the biblical concept of marriage. So intimate is the marriage relationship that the two are declared to become one flesh. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. The word one in this verse is the same word used to describe God in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, which says, "Listen, Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." The Hebrew word for one means composite unity, as opposed to absolute unity. In the case of God, it is three who are one. In the case of marriage, two who are one. Apparently, God's desire is that the marriage relationship be extremely intimate. Such intimacy will sustain a marriage relationship even in our modern world. How do we attain such intimacy in marriage? For the Christian, the answer grows out of the following assumptions. The lasting answers to marital growth are found in the Bible. Your relationship with God greatly enhances your marriage relationship. Communication is the primary vehicle by which two persons become one in the marriage relationship. Marital oneness does not mean that we lose our individuality. Sex was God's idea, thus, His guidelines are best. Sex is an important part of a growing marriage relationship. The idea of biblical oneness involves not only sex, but also intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and social oneness. These are the assumptions upon which the material in this volume is based. Perhaps no relationship demands so much Christian discipline as marriage. Often, premarital preparation involves only an informal conversation with a pastor, while the starry-eyed couple makes preparations for the wedding. The couple makes a lifetime commitment to share virtually every aspect of their lives with each other, but they are ill-prepared to do this. Now You're Speaking My Language is concerned particularly with helping Christians understand what the Bible teaches and how it can be applied to everyday married life. In this volume, we seek to address the following needs. The need for clear, biblically based principles for building a Christian marriage. Seeing that the divorce rate is the highest it has been in the history of our country, it is clear that secular principles have not worked. We are forced to look for a different approach. This book declares that this approach should be biblical. Even among Christians, we have sometimes misinterpreted the Bible by reading our cultural patterns into the biblical text, rather than letting the Bible be the standard whereby we measure our cultural norms. The need for individuality within the marriage relationship. The Scriptures make it very clear that though two become one flesh, we do not lose our individuality. Ultimately, we must face God as individuals. We will each give an account for our own lives, the way we have invested our time, energy, and money, and whether we have had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and have sought to follow Him. In marriage, we are a team. That team is composed of two individuals, and we must never fail to recognize our individuality. The need to understand that life is more than having a good marriage. The Christian's ultimate call is not the call to develop a good marriage. The Christian's call is to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. For many of us, at least a good portion of our adult lives will be spent in a marriage relationship. If we follow biblical guidelines for marriage, this relationship can enhance our growth as a disciple of Christ. It can provide for us an opportunity to practice such principles as servanthood and unconditional love. But as Christians, we must remember that marriage is not an end in itself. Individually and as a couple, we are to give ourselves to ministering in our community and around the world. The need to discover biblical principles for handling conflict, anger, and misunderstandings, and to learn skills in applying these principles. This book will deal with questions like, what does the Bible say about anger? How are we to handle the normal conflicts in a marriage relationship? How do we deal with misunderstandings that commonly occur? The need to understand the positive biblical view of human sexuality. In our contemporary sex-saturated society,